about 1 second. And just when you're on the verge of success, the sky starts to change and the wind starts to blow. And oh, you're suddenly a stranger. There's no explaining where you stand. Or didn't know that you sometimes have to go round an unexpected bend. And the road will end. The new world calls for me to follow. A new world waits for my reply. A new world holds me to a promise. Standing by.
It's about one moment. That moment you think you know where you stand. And in that one moment, the things that you're sure of slip from your hand.
You've got 1 second to try to be clear, to try to stand tall, but nothing's the same. And the wind starts to blow.
And oh, you're suddenly a stranger in some completely different land. And you thought you knew, but you didn't have a clue that the surface sometimes cracks to reveal the tracks. You have a house on the hills.
You have a job on the coast.
You find a lover you're sure you believe in. You get a pull in the back. You hold a ring in your hand.
But then the earthquake hits and the bank closes in.
And then you realize you didn't know anything. Nobody told you the best way to steer when the wind starts to blow.
Suddenly a stranger.
Your life is different than you planned. And you have to stay till you somehow find a way
To be sure of what will be.
then you might be free.
Crashing down like thunder. A new world charging through the air. A new world just beyond the mountain.
Waiting there, waiting there. A new world shattering the silence. There's a new world I'm afraid to see. A new world louder every moment. Come to me, come to me.
A new world calls across the ocean.
Calls across the ocean, calls across the sky.
When the right person is in the right job in the right way, it's obvious to all of us, and it's a kind of magic. Our first honoree is Paula Matusky. Paula, would you please join me? Paula graduated from the Rockville campus of Montgomery College in 1967. She went to work just a few weeks later as a secretary in the Associate Dean's office. Paula served in the workforce development, continuing education, admissions, marketing, and college relations. Since 1992, she has been instructional dean for humanities, social sciences, and business at the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus. In addition to major responsibilities at Montgomery College and at her church, Paula has served as president of the Silver Spring Rotary, and she is currently a board member for the Montgomery County Mental Health Association. She worked her way up from secretary in the dean's office to instructional dean for humanities, social sciences, and business. She is truly a brilliant diamond. Please help me congratulate Paula D. Matusky. Congratulations, Paula.
Well, I came to Montgomery College actually as a student in 1965 when the Rockville campus first opened. It was real muddy, and we had a duck pond already, but there wasn't much else there. And I came to Montgomery College and spent 2 years as a student, and then I was hired by my counselor who'd become the dean of students, and I started as a secretary. And it means a lot to me because through the college I was encouraged to finish my degrees and have been able to, I think, make a difference in some students' lives, which I think is really what it's all about.
Our second honoree is Joanne Hanlon. Joanne, would you please come up? Joanne has been a Montgomery College employee for 31 years. She started out in the library at the Rockville campus, issuing library cards to students. In the years since, she worked her way up the ranks in facilities and in community services before moving to her assignment with the newly configured workforce development and continuing education. She is now operations director for that department and has earned 4 Outstanding Service Awards. She also participated in the college's Leadership Development Institute. Joanne's longtime outstanding service and her dedication to serving learners of all ages have demonstrated her leadership. Joanne, we congratulate you and award you a brilliant diamond.
It's a humbling experience for me. I usually am in the background of what goes on at the college, so to be honored like this was an incredible moment for me.
We've got heart, all you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start. We've got hope, we don't sit around and mope. Not a solitary stop do we need, mister, 'cause we've got hope.
What I like about Montgomery College is that I have been given the opportunity to grow, to given challenges to meet. It's just a great place to work.
Our next awardee is Dr. Robert Coley. Bob, would you come up? Dr. Robert Coley served as professor in the chemistry department at the Germantown and Rockville campuses for 32 years. Dr. Coley distinguished himself in the classroom, teaching and mentoring thousands of students who pursued careers in sciences, including nurses, physicians, dentists, and pharmacists. Dr. Coley was a founding member of the Germantown campus, developing its chemistry discipline and facilities, and serving as the discipline coordinator for 19 years. He also provided innovative leadership as the chair of natural sciences. More than 20 years ago, Dr. Coley created the Spectrum Lecture Series, in which scientists lecture for the benefit of our students and the community. Dr. Coley also served on the Millennium Scholars Advisory Committee. He developed and taught its first learning community and participated in summer study abroad in the program at Cambridge, England. In addition, he served as faculty council chair and as a member of the General Education Committee, as well as numerous other college-wide committees. In 1988, he received an Outstanding Faculty Service Award. Congratulations, Bob.
I'm flattered, I'm humbled. I feel that there's any number of people who could have been standing right here, right now.
Our last Brilliant Diamond awardee is Dr. Myrna Goldenberg. Myrna, would you please come up? Dr. Goldenberg joined the faculty of Montgomery College in 1971 as a professor of English. In her 32-year tenure with the college, she has earned distinction as a tireless advocate for the arts and humanities, an exemplary leader, distinguished teacher, and dedicated scholar. Dr. Goldenberg served as the chairperson of the Department of English Composition, Literature, and Professional Writing, was the founding coordinator of the Association of Faculty for the Advancement of the Community College Teaching, and was appointed director of the Paul Peck Humanities Institute at Montgomery College, which created the first formal partnership with the Smithsonian Institution and a community college. She founded the Montgomery College Women's Studies program in 1990 and was named executive director of the Arts and Humanities journal, the Potomac Review, and has authored numerous publications. She is also a nationally and internationally acclaimed lecturer, researcher, and author in the field of Holocaust studies. Myrna, welcome back and congratulations.
Well deserved.
La donne mobile, qua pluma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensiero. Sempre un mobile, leggiaro viso, e il pianto riso, et menzognero.
I'm really glad that this is where I ended up. I would have gone to any place that hired me, and MC was the first, and I'm glad it was.
A great slugger we haven't got. A great pitcher we haven't got. A great ball club we haven't got. What do we got?
We've got heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start.
We've got hope. We don't sit around and mope. Nothing's half as bad as it may appear. Wait till next year and hope.
When your luck is batting zero, get your chin up off the floor. Mister, you can be a hero. You can open any door. There's nothing to it but to do it. You gotta have heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. First you gotta have heart. We've got heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start. We've got hope. We don't sit around and mope. Not a solitary stop do we need, mister, 'cause we've got hope.
We're so happy that we're humming. That's the hardy thing to do.
'Cause we know our ship will come in,
Boo, boo, boo.
so it's 10 years overdue. Boo, boo, boo.
We've got heart.
Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. So what the heck's the use of crying?
Why should we curse? We gotta get better. 'Cause we can't get worse, and to add to it, we've got heart. We've got heart. We've got heart. We've got heart.
To honor the accomplishments of Montgomery College in the field of athletics, we have chosen 4 individuals whose successes on and off the playing field have brought glory to the college. These athletes have had heart, but they've also had muscle. They also have a tremendous amount of brains. Our first honoree tonight is Jack Curling. Jack, can you come on up here? Jack is a member of the class of 1968. He's not only a celebrated athlete here at the college, but also a distinguished member of the faculty at the Germantown campus. During his student days, Jack pitched for the Rockville campus baseball team. In one game, Jack struck out 23 batters, a record that still stands. I often wonder what the other 4 batters did. After leaving MC, Jack went on to pitch at High Point College, now it's High Point University, in North Carolina. And while there, he was named a Carolina All-Star. Since joining the MC faculty, Jack has taught physical education and health. He's coached baseball and tennis. Jack has also chaired the Germantown Department of Health and Physical Education and served as the athletic director of the campus. Jack's a terrific tennis player and has competed and won tournaments throughout the world. Ladies and gentlemen, help me honor an all-star athlete, former colleague and friend, Jack Curling. Hey, Jack.
I opened the campus in '78 when the doors opened, and they were not originally going to have sports there. And I talked to the provost at the time, was Dr. Stan Dahlman, and I said, you know, we really should have sports on this campus. So we started with a baseball program, and then a couple years later we went into basketball, and then we added men's and women's tennis. So my proudest moment was just getting programs off the ground.
Our second inductee in the Athletic Hall of Fame is Bill Goodman. Bill, can you come forward? I know you're here. Bill is an outstanding wrestler and football player in '62 and '63, and as a wrestler, he was undefeated in 14 matches during the 1962 season. He also set a record that year for recording the fastest pin of an opponent. I was trying to think of something funny to say about that, but I can't do that. Bill played running back on the football team and was named Most Valuable Player during the sophomore year. Bill won a football scholarship to Washington University in St. Louis, Missouri, and had an outstanding career in both football and wrestling, and while earning a bachelor's degree. He later received an MBA from Indiana University and was named Outstanding Accountant by the Service Corps of Retired Executives. It is indeed a distinct pleasure to welcome you into the Athletic Hall of Fame, Bill Goodman.
I think it's mostly the friendships, that you build, because you're, as a team sport, you look to the other guy for support, and it doesn't work unless everybody does what they're supposed to, and so that kind of relationship, I think is a good foundation for friendships that will last for, decades.
Next, we pay tribute to Ted Lineski from the class of 1955. When Ted entered Montgomery Junior College, the school had just completed its 6th year. Now Ted enters the Athletic Hall of Fame as the college completes its 60th year. Ted starred in 2 sports, football and baseball. I was his teammate on the football team that went undefeated in 1954. We played, yeah, that was a good one. We played in and won a bowl game that year and have the distinction of being the only Montgomery College football team to have won a bowl game. Thanks to him. For his brilliant play and leadership, Ted was named the Junior College All-American team in 1954. Ted had captained the football team that year, and the next year he was chosen captain of the baseball team. After leaving Montgomery Junior College, he received a football scholarship to George Washington, where he helped lead the Colonials to a victory in the Sun Bowl in 1957. After graduating from GW, Ted became a successful businessman. He owned the Tinderbox in Whitefin Mall and has owned and managed a campground in Monetta, Virginia. Ted finds himself enjoying now retirement in Kernersville, North Carolina. Is that right? Yeah. Please help me welcome and congratulate Ted Lineski, a teammate and friend. Ted? Sure. I'm going to give him a couple of seconds to say something.
I couldn't pass it up. I couldn't be here or couldn't have accomplished my scholastic success or my ability to play athletics without this. Here it is. It is my degree, June 1955. Thanks to Montgomery College for giving a kid named Ted Lineski a chance.
Right here, that's a younger you.
You know, when you talk about the honor that I receive here tonight, that's nothing like the honor I receive from the college itself. Montgomery College taught me, how to think and how to be successful in life. If Montgomery College hadn't given me that chance, then there'd be no telling where I might be today.
Our fourth athletic diamond is Rudy Meredith from the class of 1988. Rudy starred in soccer at the Rockville campus from 1986 to 1988. While at MC, he set 2 junior college records. One, the most goals scored in a season, 25, and 2, the most goals scored in a junior college career. That's a 2-year career, 49 goals. That's something. That's something. Continuing his education and skillful soccer play at Southern Connecticut State University, Rudy led his team to the NCAA Division II championship in 1990. It gets better. After graduating from Southern Connecticut, Rudy found a coaching job at Yale University, and within 5 years, he was named head coach of the women's soccer team. Rudy has also coached youth soccer teams to national championships, and he has helped train the national women's soccer team from Kenya. Congratulations, Rudy Meredith. You are a true MC Athletic Hall of Fame. We've got a nice thing for you. You've got 30 seconds.
Okay, thank you. I just want to thank my family for coming tonight. My grandmother came all the way from North Carolina. I want to thank Tom Bickey. Can we give Tom Bickey a big hand? 36 years, athletic director, great coach, and my teammate Greg Leal. And I think all of you are too young to remember back in the day when we joked about if you can't afford to go to a 4-year school, you would go to Harvard on the Pike. So it's kind of ironic that I went to Harvard on the Pike and I ended up working at Yale University. So thank you. I was joking with my team at Yale. I said, listen, I'm going home and get inducted in the Hall of Fame. This will probably be the only Hall of Fame I ever be inducted into. So I said, I definitely got to go back for that. And having my family here and everything and coming back to Maryland, because I don't get a chance to come home that much. I actually played golf with Tom Bickey this morning. He took money from me, but I'm going to get him back later sometime. But just to be able to come back and play golf with him and see the campus again and see my family. And this is just a unique honor to be able to be inducted into a Hall of Fame of any sort. So I'm very proud of this and very touched by this.
I saw your book out of Borders in Kentucky under a sign that said new and recommended. I stole a look at your...
It was a great experience for me because I think coming out of high school, I wasn't really ready for the big time soccer level yet. I needed like another year under my belt. And I think I gained a lot of confidence playing under Tom Bickey. And, I was lucky, I was fortunate enough to make All-American and anything like that. So I gained my confidence as a player too. So I believe like when you become an All-American and you think, okay, I can play at a higher level. So now my confidence level rose as a player and it helped me get to a higher level as a player with the confidence I gained playing at Montgomery College. sempre un mobile leggero viso, e il pianto riso et menzognero. La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensier. E di pensier. È sempre misero chi le confida, mal cauto il cuore. Ormai non sentesi felice a pieno, che su quel seno non liba morì. La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensier. E di pensier. E di pensier.
Our first honoree tonight is Juan Mendoza, class of 2003. Juan is a clinical research technician at NIH. Tonight, we honor him with an outstanding alumni award for his high level of commitment to community service. Juan was president of the Mental Health Network Club in 2001, 2002 at the Tacoma Park, Silver Spring campus of the college. I say it that way because I went to Tacoma Park and it's still kind of just Tacoma Park. He serves on the NIH Hispanic Employee Organization Executive Board of Directors, and he is a former board member of and director of Allied Health Services of the National Fibromyalgia, okay? Obviously, I don't know a great deal about fibromyalgia. Partnership. The Arthritis Foundation of Washington chapter awarded him their Community Education Award in 2002. Juan worked for 9 years for the DC-based nonprofit Reading is Fundamental, where he helped plan and promote literacy programs. Juan plans to study for a doctorate in physical therapy after graduating from Marymount University. Juan was born in El Salvador, came to the United States as a teenager to continue his education. Prior to attending MC, he was a bank officer for nearly 20 years with Riggs National Bank in Washington. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in honoring Juan Mendoza. My friend, congratulations.
Personally, it means so much, but I can relate it also that, you know, this award, it represents the faculty and staff of Montgomery College. That's how I see it. You know, again, want to say this, that the quality service and friendly service that the staff and faculty that Montgomery College offers consistently, you know, not just to the students, but also to the community. So, you know, glad to be here. But again, I'm glad to be part of this celebration.
Our second honoree this evening, you've already heard her name by a phenomenal singer. I invite Allison Palmer, class of 1988. Allison, would you please join me? Allison first got bitten by the musical bug, and I think that's really what it is, when she studied theater and music and performed in summer dinner theater at the Rockville campus. Since the 1980s, Allison has been the bassist and vocalist for the pop rock band Betty. The band has toured with the likes of Indigo Girls and Bonnie Raitt and has appeared on MTV, PBS, and the hit Showtime series, The L Word. Allison has long been a supporter of empowerment for women and girls. She is the associate producer of Mamapalooza, a festival of moms who rock. She is involved with the Michigan Women's Festival and has helped raise millions of dollars for causes such as equal rights, and finding cures for breast cancer and AIDS. Allison and her colleagues in Betty have performed for the National Women's Political Caucus, for Vote DC, and in Madison Square Garden's V-Day concert to end violence against women. Earlier this year, Allison received a Broadcast Music International Excellence in Career Award for her work with Betty. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating alumnus Allison Palmer. Allison, congratulations.
I have to say something, if that's okay.
Do you mind holding this for 1 second? Not at all. Thank you so much. It's very heavy. If you'll indulge me for just 1 minute, I wanted to say some quick thank yous. I wanted to thank MC, of course, and the Alumni Association and John Libby for making this happen all together for me. I wanted to thank my family for being as supportive as they are, always. I wanted to thank my dad especially, Ambassador Ronald Palmer, who bought me a 1977 used Chevette so I didn't have to take the bus from Montgomery Mall to the campus every year. And I especially wanted to thank the woman who changed my life. Before I got to MC, I was lost at University of Maryland, and I came to MC trying to find out who I was. I spent far more than the 2 required years at MC, searching and trying to find, and I finally found, as the painfully shy teenager that I was and confused as I was, I finally found a course description I thought that would really help me. It said, how to present your ideas in a clear way to strangers. It was an introduction to theater class, so I thought, well, that sounds good for me. So I went to the class, and I walked into the room, and there was this electric brunette with a smoky voice who had excitement crackling out of her eyes and everything that she said. And this instructor said, you need to come back with a poem, all of you all, and read it in front of the class next class. If anybody here is as painfully shy as I was or am, you know what it's like to stand up in front of other people and recite anything. So I had my little poem. I walked through all the crashing waves of nausea and fear and that perfect storm that happens. I got up on stage and I read my little piece. And after I was done, there was silence in the room. And I was panic-stricken. I looked over to the teacher, and her face, she was beaming such joy and such hope and such excitement that at that moment, my life absolutely changed. I knew what I wanted to do for then and forever, and I've been so blessed for the past 25 years to be able to do that, to be able to bypass myself and rise to the highest I could for 25 consistent years has been a blessing. I floated from the class that day with songbirds screaming in the air and golden clouds coming down through vermilion skies, got to my little 77 Chevette and realized that if I ever had the chance to thank her, I would do so. So please, would you all turn around to the director of tonight's performance, Susan Hoffman. Thank you for everything. I'm so thrilled to be receiving this honor from Montgomery College because I was so lost before I found MC. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life at all. I was lost at University of Maryland, of all places. As we know, it's a vast campus with all those students. I didn't know. I had no direction whatsoever. And being an MC completely focused me it opened doors, told me where I wanted to go. And I was there much longer than any 2-year program. I think I was there for 4 years in total. First matriculating, and then when I found what I wanted to do, really diving into it and learning from all the great instructors that I had here. And to be getting an honor for having been given the roadmap to my life is surprising to me. Seems to me that I should be doing something for MC instead. So I'm absolutely overjoyed. I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm thrilled to be able to say something to and about the teacher who I love so much.
Like a flower as the dawn is breaking, the memory is fading.
My experience at Montgomery College helped me by showing me depths and heights in myself that I didn't know existed. I had never had the close one-on-one contact that I could get with the professors and the teachers at MC at any of the other schools that I attended.
When you come home to me, I'll wear a sweeter smile and hope that for a while you'll... Well, okay, thank you. Bye. When you come home to me, I'll wear a sweeter smile and hope that for a while you'll... Thank you. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm climbing uphill, Daddy, climbing uphill. I'm up every morning at 6 and standing in line with 200 girls who are younger and thinner than me, who have already been to the gym. I'm waiting 5 hours in line and watching the girls just coming and going in dresses that look just like this, till my number is finally called. When I walk in the room, there's a table of men, always men, usually gay, who've been sitting like I have and listening all day to 200 girls belting as high as they can. I am a good person. I'm an attractive person. I am a talented person. Grant me grace. When you come home, I should have told them I was sick last week. They're gonna think this is the way I sing. Why is the pianist playing so loud? Should I sing louder? I'll sing louder. Maybe I should stop and start over. I'm gonna stop and start over. Why is the director staring at his crotch? Why is that man staring at my resume? Don't stare at my resume. I made up half of my resume. Don't look at that. Stop looking at that. Look at me. No, not at my shoes. Don't look at my shoes. I hate these frigging shoes. Why did I pick these shoes? Why did I pick this song? Why did I pick this career? Why does this pianist hate me? If I don't get a call back, I can go to Crate and Barrel with Mom and buy a couch. Not that I want to spend the day with Mom, but Jamie needs a space to write. Since I'm obviously such a horrible, annoying distraction to him, what's he going to be like when we have kids? And once again, why am I working so hard? These are the people that cast Linda Blair in a musical. Jesus Christ, I suck, I suck, I suck. When finally you come home to me. Funny but true. Funny but true. So you keep showing up and you keep showing up, and eventually they have to hire you. And maybe, just maybe, you get to experience the, of course, always far away from your spouse, the very glamorous world of summer stock theater. I could have a mansion on a hill. I could lease a villa in Seville, but it wouldn't be as nice as a summer in Ohio with a gay midget named Carl playing Tevye and Porgy. I could wander Paris after dark, take a carriage ride through Central Park, but it wouldn't be as nice as a summer in Ohio where I'm sharing a room with the former stripper and her snake, Wayne. I could have a satchel full of dollar bills, cures for all the nation's ills, pills to make a lion purr. I could be in line to be the British Queen, look like I was 17. Still, I'm certain I'd prefer to be going slowly batty 40 miles east of Cincinnati. I could shove an ice pick in my eye. I could eat some fish from last July, but it wouldn't be as awful as a summer in Ohio without cable, hot water, Vietnamese food, or you. I saw your book out of Borders in Kentucky under a sign that said new and recommended. I stole a look at your picture on the inside sleeve, and then I couldn't leave. Richard, who was with me, got uncharacteristically quiet. He said, all things considered, I guess you don't have to buy it. So I smile like Mona Lisa and lay my visa down. He wants me, but he ain't gonna get me. I found my guiding light. I tell the stars each night, look at me, look at him. Son of a bitch, I guess I'm doing something right. I finally got something right. No, it's not Nirvana, but it's on the way. I play Anita at the matinee. Then I get on my knees and pray I can state in my next bio, I'm never gonna go back to Ohio. I could chew on tinfoil for a spell. I could get a root canal in hell, but it wouldn't be as swell as the summer is gonna be. 'Cause the torture is just exquisite while I'm waiting for you to visit. So hurry up, schmuck, get unstuck and get on the scene. Love the midget, the stripper, Wayne the snake, and Mrs. Jamie Wellerstein. That's me. Okay, I have to say that I don't dress up like this every night. But tonight is a very special night because I was absolutely determined that I did not want to leave my presidency at Montgomery College without awarding an honorary degree to Mr. Josh Freeman. Josh Freeman is a wonderful friend of Montgomery College, a wonderful asset to our community, and a wonderful friend of mine. I also remember my first meeting with Mr. Freeman when he explained to me how he had gone to commencement at a college with one of his friends,
and worn academic regalia even though Josh wasn't graduating. Well, tonight we're legitimizing Josh Freeman so that he can wear academic regalia for real. So, with no further ado, it is a tradition at colleges and universities to award honorary degrees to individuals who have brought distinction and honor to their profession, to their country, to themselves, to their community, and to the college. Today, we honor Mr. Josh Freeman, not only for his outstanding achievements, but also for his extraordinary service to the community and to the college. I now ask Board Chair Dr. Sylvia Crowder to please bring forth Mr. Josh Freeman.
Mr. Josh Freeman, as President and Chief Executive Officer of Carl M. Freeman Associates, a residential developer, you are committed to carrying out your firm's mission, helping people live better. You learned both the workings and the spirit of the organization from your father, founder, Mr. Carl M. Freeman. After graduating from Landon School and serving your country for 3 years as a Green Beret in the United States Army Special Forces, you joined the family business. You have diligently worked your way to your current position. It is your holistic understanding of Carl M. Freeman Companies that has enabled you to continue and expand your father's vision. Josh, you also are the founder of Bethany Partners, LLC, a private equity boutique which seeks to acquire operating companies in the Mid-Atlantic region. You have been a generous benefactor of Montgomery College, contributing $90,000 on behalf of the Carl M. Freeman Foundation to the college's Humanities Endowment. You are also actively involved in the community, serving on the boards of the Washington Opera and Venture Philanthropy Partners. Under your leadership, the nonprofit Carl M. Freeman Foundation provides support to hundreds of nonprofit organizations.
Mr. Freeman, you are a community-minded philanthropist, veteran, and supporter of the arts here in Montgomery County and throughout Maryland and Delaware. You have distinguished yourself among your colleagues in realizing your firm's mission, helping people live better lives, which is so consistent with Montgomery College's mission of changing lives. Dr. Crowder, by the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the state of Maryland, I confer this honorary Associate of Arts degree in public service to Mr. Joshua M. Freeman, who with diligence and honor has served Montgomery College and the community.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the President, and the faculty and staff of Montgomery College, it is with gratitude and pleasure that I award this degree with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereunto. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I was told I have to be very brief. I guess I'm allowed to do this now, officially. I just wanted to say it's an extreme honor for me. This is my first degree, so thank you very much. And it's especially an honor for me to be awarded a degree by Dr. Nunley, somebody who is a tremendous leader for our state, for our county, for the college, and for our community.
and a role model for me and a lot of other women, as well as other leaders in our county. So thank you very much, and we wish you the best for your future endeavors, and we want to stay close to you so our heart is never outside of Montgomery County and Montgomery College. Thank you very much. Thank you.
This honorary degree is really important to me. It's actually my first college degree that I'll have ever received. So this is not only am I very proud of receiving the degree, but it's a new thing for me and my family. So I'm very excited about that.
But I swear someday you'll be up in the sky, defying gravity. We're flying high, defying gravity. You'll never pull me down.
I love Montgomery College. I think that the old adage that you got to learn to earn is true. And I think Montgomery College provides an opportunity for immigrants, for people of our county, for people of all walks of life to mingle, to work together, to learn together, and it provides such a broad range of academic opportunities that it's critical for the county and for our state to be able to maintain competitiveness. It's fabulous.
Not a sound from the pavement as the moon lost her memory. She is smiling alone in the lamplight. The withered leaves collect at my feet, and the wind begins to moan. Memory, all alone in the moonlight, I can smile at the old days. I was beautiful then. I remember a time I knew what happiness was. Let the memory live again. Ausgebrannte Wirklichkeit, von kaltem Rauch umgeben. Doch schon ist wieder eine Nacht vorüber, der Schleier wird sich heben. Hoffnung, in mir lebt noch die Hoffnung, dass es nicht einfach sterbe, wie die Kerze im Wind. Wenn es hell wird, wird diese Nacht Erinnerung sein und ein neuer Tag beginnt. Like a flower as the dawn is breaking, the memory is fading. Spell me, komm zu mir und berühr mich. Nimm von mir die Erinnerung, lass mich aus ihrem Bann. If you touch me, you'll understand what happiness is. Look, a new day has begun.
As the name suggests, the Hope Diamond Awards go to our brightest stars, those folks that truly sparkle. First, we honor 2 members of our state legislature who, through hard work and legislative prowess, have demonstrated their deep commitment to the community college mission. We will also honor a well-known local foundation which showed exceptional support for a new initiative at the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus. Our first Hope Diamond honorees are the Honorable Hank Heller and the Honorable Patrick J. Hogan. Okay, so let's start with Hank. Knowing he has many college degrees, we hope one of his favorites was the one he earned in 1962 when he graduated from Montgomery College's Tacoma Park campus. Hank has served as a teacher, coach, and a management and budget specialist, and assistant director of the Secondary Learning Centers for Learning Disabled Secondary Students for the Montgomery County Public Schools. He is a former president of the Montgomery College Alumni Association, and in 1996, Hank was awarded Montgomery College's Outstanding Alumni Award. Since 1987, he has been a member of the Maryland House of Delegates from District 19, where he has headed more than a dozen committees and subcommittees, notably including the Special Committee on Higher Education, Affordability, and Accessibility. Delegate Heller is the principal author, along with the late Senator John Cade, of the legislation that created a stable source of funding for Maryland's community colleges, the Cade funding formula. He is currently a member of the House Ways and Means Committee, which benefits greatly from his education expertise. And most recently, Hank served on the Community College Students with Disabilities Task Force. Hank, you are truly one of us and ever so deserving of our appreciation. Patrick J. P.J. Hogan is a Maryland State Senator representing the 39th Legislative District in northern Montgomery County. He has served in the Senate since 1995. Senator Hogan is a strong advocate for higher education funding. He has served on the University System of Maryland Financial Aid Task Force and the State Planning Committee for Higher Education. PJ is currently the Vice Chairman of the Senate Budget and Tax Committee. He also chairs the same committee's Education, Business, and Administration Committee, which oversees community colleges. From 1990 to 1994, PJ served as legislative assistant to Montgomery County Congresswoman and former Montgomery College professor Connie Morella. The senator lives with his family in Montgomery Village and owns a computer consulting company. He is the kind of leader we're proud to have in Annapolis, and we're so glad to have the opportunity to recognize him tonight. Delegate Heller and Senator Hogan, your individual efforts alone should earn our appreciation. But let me tell you now about their collective efforts on behalf of community college students and our institutions. Like so many other great partnerships, Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, Batman and Robin, there's a new team to add to the list, Hank and PJ. You see, Delegate Heller and Senator Hogan truly worked in tandem during the last session of the General Assembly. Together, they adjusted the Cade funding formula for Maryland's community colleges to allow for far more state funding for community colleges. And in doing so, Montgomery College alone will receive $22 million new dollars from the state of Maryland. It may have looked like a simple piece of legislation, but passing legislation that comes with a sizable price tag is no simple task. Lucky for us, PJ and Hank rolled up their sleeves and worked endlessly for the 90-day session. In fact, they were busy collecting votes until the very last minute. The final version of the bill passed shortly before midnight on the last day of the legislative session. Their tireless efforts to ensure the passage of the bill demonstrate without a doubt their commitment to access and opportunity for all. Hank and PJ, like so many in the room tonight, are clearly committed to changing lives. For that, we and students in community college across the state, thank you.
You're the elder statesman.
Thank you very much. This is indeed very humbling. I did have a lot of help, though. Ways and Means Committee Chairman Sheila Hickson. You also have Nancy King in the room, whose daughter went to MC. My kids went to MC. We also had a staff person, Ways and Means education guru, Kevin Hughes, who has a private tutor on issues of Montgomery College. The CADE formula came about because Cass Taylor, Speaker of the House, called me in his office and said, "You're my education chairman. How can we help the community colleges?" Well, you don't let an opportunity like that go. I said, well, it bugs me that the private schools get a percentage grant based on the University of Maryland. It doesn't matter whether the kid comes from California and goes to Goucher, from North Carolina and goes to Hopkins, or whatever. Why don't we put together a formula based on what we're spending at the privates or at the publics? And then our aid will go up each year as theirs do. He said, I like that, work it out. Well, we didn't get it through the first year. And I went to my mentor, Jack Cade, yes, that big, burly, gruff minority leader, the Republican mastermind of the Senate. And he took me aside and said, well, here's what you need to do. You get 2 changes on the House. Cass will give you those. I'll talk to Mike Miller and we'll get, and he became the Senate chairman, and we got it through. That's why when he passed, I introduced the bill to name the formula after Jack Cade. The Senate B&T took umbrage and said, he's one of ours, we'll put it in. But it was a no-brainer and who it should be named for. Now, this last bill, we brought it up to 30%. Not right away. It goes in 1% over a 6-year period, and that gives us from 25 to 30. That means we have, after 6 years, 2 years, not the end of this term, but the end of the next term, we've got 2 years to get the legislature committed to taking it up to 35%. It's a lot easier to pass something in an election year when you don't have to fund it and you can go back home and say, look what I did. And we've got a lot of people who love community colleges. Now, when I was at school, it was supposed to be a third tuition, third state, and third local. 35% is closer to a third than 30. So that's what we need to do in 8 years. Thank you. I think I learned a lot of personal skills in working with people at Montgomery College. It was small. We were, maybe 600 students on campus full-time in those days. And everybody participated in a lot of different activities. So you got to work with different people, different personalities, different backgrounds, and that's critical. When I first went there, I jokingly said that I got along with the other legislators because I was a special ed teacher, and that helped. But I think more importantly, the leadership skills I gathered at Montgomery College.
First of all, Hank is an incredible advocate for higher education at Montgomery College, and it was easy, very easy to work with him. I'm going to tell you a real quick, short story. I love Montgomery College. I love community colleges. But there's one particular woman that has made me feel that way. And it actually happened in this room. Not my wife, I'm sorry. Nothing happened, honey. No. Actually, she started it. It happened in this room towards the back, I don't know, about 5 years ago. we were sitting at a table, I don't even remember what the event was, and my wife and I were sitting with Charlene and Fred Nunley, and my wife asked Charlene a natural question. What university do you want to go to next and become president of? This is 5 years ago. Without missing a beat, Charlene responded to Jackie and said, I don't want to go to university. I love Montgomery College. And with an incredible, I can't even replicate it. This passion, this articulate passion just flowed from her, the role of community colleges and how important community colleges are in our society, and the job that she had to do and has done, and how fortunate we are that she has done it at Montgomery College. That convinced me that night that anything I can do for community college is the right thing to do. So I owe this all to Charlene. Thank you. I happen to think that this is the best community college in the nation. And I think it's less of being prejudiced. I think it's probably accurate. So to be honored by what I consider the nation's premier community college, a community college that offers education opportunities to so many people in our county that otherwise could not afford it, could not access it for one reason or another. I'm humbled. It's very special, very special.
Finally, we want to recognize and thank the Morris and Gwendolyn Cafritz Foundation, the largest independent local grant-making foundation focusing exclusively on the Washington metropolitan area. The Cafritz Foundation recently made a $3 million gift to the college to name the new Arts Center at the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus. May I have a drum roll, please? This is the largest private gift in the college's history. Since Builder Morris Cafritz created it in 1948, the foundation has awarded grants totaling more than $243 million, many of them in the arts. The college is very grateful to the foundation and especially to its chairman, president, and CEO, Calvin Cafritz, the oldest son of Morris and Gwendolyn Cafritz. He is here this evening to accept the Foundation's Hope Diamond Award. Please come forward, Mr. Cafritz. Thank you so very, very much. Would you like to say a few words?
I must say this has been a spectacular evening. I'm just sorry I didn't get a chance to go to Montgomery College myself. It is an honor to be here with all of you this evening. And on behalf of the board of the Morris and Gwendolyn Cafritz Foundation, I want to congratulate you on your 60 years of educational achievement. We are happy to lend our support to a major project that will transform the former King Street Bakery into a new visual arts center on the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus of Montgomery College. When Montgomery College merged with the Maryland College of Art and Design in 2004, the college's commitment to the arts assumed a greater significance. The new Morris and Gwendolyn Cafritz Foundation Arts Center will unite under one roof the offerings of the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus and the Maryland College of Art and Design. Degree candidates and continuing education students will benefit greatly from these visual arts programs. We are especially pleased that this project also contributes to the surrounding community. The new facility will add to the ongoing revitalization of nearby Silver Spring. In addition, 20 community artists will work in the Art Center studios to teach and mentor Montgomery College students. Our foundation is delighted to help support Montgomery College's new flagship for the arts, and we wish you every success for the future. Thank you very much.
made out of marble from the steps of the Capitol by one of our artists, Byron Whitehurst. So please
fabulous.
accept it in appreciation, and thank you so much for your support. Thank you so very much.
Such a pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
Okay, well, I think it's time for me to propose a toast, but I do need something to toast with. I knew my staff would never let me down. So at this time, I would like to propose a toast to the many wonderful, wonderful people here this evening to celebrate 60 years of Montgomery College and 60 years of changing lives. We have, I think, been treated to seeing some of the best of what Montgomery College has to offer, and I know that Montgomery College will continue to be responsive and serve the needs of this community as we go forward into the future. So please join me in drinking to the future of Montgomery College and to the wonderful people who made tonight possible. And now I'd like to welcome back Susan Dawn Carson and the Rockville campus musical theater students to perform Defying Gravity from Wicked.
Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and leap. It's time to try. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't pull me down. I'm through accepting limits, 'cause someone says they're so. Some things I cannot change. Until I try, I'll never know. Too long I've been afraid of losing love. I guess I have lost. Well, if that's love, it comes at much too high a cost. I'd sooner buy defying gravity. Kiss me goodbye, defying gravity. You'll never pull me down. Unlimited, your future is unlimited. And I've just had a vision almost like a prophecy. I know it sounds truly crazy and true, the vision's hazy, but I swear someday you'll be up in the sky, defying gravity. We're flying high, defying gravity. You'll never pull me down. So if you can't find me, look to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm flying so low, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back from me. Tell them how I'm defying gravity. Flying so high, defying gravity. Soon we'll match you in renown. And nobody in all the world, no person that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me
got heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start. We've got hope. We don't sit around and mope. Not a solitary stop do we need, mister, 'cause we've got hope.
We're so happy that we're humming. That's the hardy thing to do.
'Cause we know our ship will come in. So it's 10 years overdue.
We've got heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Always trying to be a genius, of course. We'll keep that old horse before the cars.
So what the heck's the use of crying?
Why should we curse? We gotta get better. 'Cause we can't